are back. Your one and only Cayman Islands folk singers live in concert. Friday, October 24th and the 25th at the Harkwell Theatre. Bring the family and enjoy a walk down memory lane with Memories in Melody. Series of songs to remember. The Cayman Islands folk singers. Friday, October 24th and Saturday, October 25th at the Harkwell Theatre. Show starts at 7 p.m. on Friday and gates open at 6:30 p.m. And on Saturday, gates open at 5:30 and show starts at 6 p.m. Tickets are available at the Intergenerational Hub, Winner Circles, and the Folk Singer members. $15 for adults, $10 for children. Memories in Melody is proudly brought to you by the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture and Heritage.
This hurricane season, don't wait until the last minute. Store before the storm. Stock up now with at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for a 3-day supply. And don't forget pets, the elderly, and nursing mothers. You'll need water for drinking and daily needs. And rest easy knowing the Water Authority is working hard to protect our water systems, keeping pumps, pipelines, and storage secure so you'll have safe, reliable water when you need it most. Be prepared. Store before the storm.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration, explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Talk Today.
What's on your mind, Cayman? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. Cayman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host.
We throw it now over to the credit union where host Charles Gladden standing by. Charles?
Desire, oh, it makes me surrender. Afternoon, everybody out there. And we're coming live right from the credit union on Huldah Avenue. And I'm Charles Glidden. Glad you could tune in and check out what's going on Radio Cayman. And let me tell you, it's very festive down here at the credit union because they're celebrating International Credit Union Day. As a matter of fact, I think they've been celebrating all week, right? You know, in Cayman, we always take it an extra step, right? If you say day, we celebrate for the week.
Yes.
And I have some people here with me who are all very familiar with the credit union. We have the chairman of the board, Ryan Raj Kumar Singh. We also have the vice chair and a director of the board, Deidre Carmola, and also Nancy Whitaker of the credit union. And folks, thank you for helping me out here to get some information about what's going on here. I remember, I'm going to give my age away now. I guess it was in the 80s, coming to the credit union. Right here, I guess in this location, but a very humble little building.
Yes.
I think there was one lady out front, and I don't know, maybe it was Mr. Moncrief or someone in the office, and very nice person, but everything was.
Miss Marissa Hides was probably the
Marissa
one here.
Hides,
She's
that's
still
right.
here with the credit union.
She's still here.
Yes.
Wow. And coming down here today now, this place stands next to any commercial bank in the Cayman Islands, right?
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about the history of the credit union. Just hold that mic a little closer to you. I think here, use my mic.
The history of the credit union goes back a long way to 1975 when 7 members decided to come together, and with $5 each, they all pooled their funds together, and with $35, since 1975 to now, we've started off. Now we are at over $650 million, and with those 7 members, that membership has also grown to over 20,000 members. So the credit union has grown by leaps and bounds from when it originally started.
Why would you say someone should come to the credit union instead of going to a commercial bank?
Well, good afternoon to your listeners. I would say that the credit union is really about members serving members, and as a member of the credit union, you're essentially an owner of the credit union. And so what we want to ensure is that persons are saving with the credit union in order for us to do our lending with other members. And the credit union is sort of like home. You come home and we take care of you. We offer many of the products that the banks offer. We offer better rates than the banks offer, and we do the same commercial type lending that the banks offer. So we're just a different form of institution.
You also do education, right? I mean, you try and make people financially literate, let's say. Yes. Tell us about those kind of programs that you have.
I'm going to pass the mic over to Miss Nancy, who can give you some issue and some guidance.
Good afternoon, everybody, and happy International Credit Union Day to everybody. So yes, the credit union education is one of the most important things to us. One of our guiding principles is about education. So some of the events that we have happening this week, which we started from Monday and will take place up until tomorrow evening, are some free workshops. So for all of our members, we really encourage you to log on to your email, pull it up, register to attend one of our workshops. You do not want to miss this. The feedback that we have been receiving is phenomenal. Everybody is asking for these sessions to come back again and again. So register to attend, learn with us here at the credit union, because education is our thing. So whether we're teaching about financial literacy to our youth or our senior members or even our regular membership, literacy is the most important thing.
Yeah, because yesterday I attended the will and trust session, which taught you about devising a will in order to make sure that your properties are managed after your passing and so forth, and ensuring beneficiaries are protected and your assets are protected.
What are some of the other subjects that you educate people on?
Well, what we want for new members, especially before they do borrowing, is to understand how to save. It's so essential on that program, but we also want them to be able to manage their funds, and when they're borrowing, to think about what is a priority borrowing. You don't want to just borrow big for a big car. You want to ensure that if this is your starting point, you manage with a car that is more within your range, and then you look at buying a piece of land, or you do a land purchase before. It just depends. It depends on the group that we're looking at. So for younger persons, we're looking to offer them like 100% financing on cars and land loans up to a certain percentage, and they're very competitive rates in terms of repayment, in terms of years. And then we're looking for first-time homeowners who can come in and borrow to build their home or purchase their first home, in addition to being eligible for the stamp duty concessions as well.
Is that something that you find a lot of, especially younger people, that they don't have their priorities quite right, and they'll be ready to go into debt to more or less have a good time with the money?
So one of the things that we see here at the credit union is that, one, we have been trying to instill a positive savings pattern in our members from time they open up an account from a young age. Of course, we do have some members that do like to purchase beautiful big vehicles, but I can say a majority of our members, they have their goals in place, and their dreams are ownership in property and also ownership in homes and investment properties. And that's where the credit union stands apart from other financial organizations. We work with our members. We look at the equity. We have promotions such as 100% financing for land loans, and we try to give them a financial advice on how they can obtain a home. So maybe today you can only afford a small one-bedroom, 500 square feet. We will encourage you to purchase that property, build that small home, and later on, when you're earning more income, maybe you have come to the credit union and you've applied for an educational grant, and now you are earning a higher income. So now that you're earning that income, you can come back to us and you can build your bigger home, your dream home, and now using that same smaller property you have on your land, you have rental income. So we work with our members. We we educate them throughout the entire process. We are a partner here for our members. So it is a organization that helps. So in regards to poor spending, yeah, we do have some members, and we can't tell them no. If that's what they want, then after we educate them and they qualify, we'll give it to them. But we will definitely work with them.
We do have special concessions that we offer members that the banks don't offer. So when you're a good pay,
Give us an example.
so if you're a good paymaster in terms of your loans, at the end of every financial year, what we do is we give back a portion of that interest that you paid, and we give you back that in terms of a payment back to your account. And for those who save with the credit union in their share account, we give you back a dividend. Last year we paid 4% on what your shareholding was, and you get that back into your account. You don't have any banks that do that.
Is that pretty average for the dividend that you pay?
The dividend fluctuates based on the profits of the organization, and how it works out is that almost every cent of profit that this organization makes after we've paid our expenses goes back to the members. So the more loans person take, it means it better that we will do as an organization, and therefore that goes back into our membership in terms of higher dividends. So few years ago, we were doing like 2.3%, 3%, and last year we had an exceptional year where we actually did 4%. We're hoping for that trend to continue, and therefore our members could actually do better. When you compare that to one of our commercial banks, if you had $1,000 in your bank account, you're going to get like 0.1%. Versus, getting at least last year, getting a 4% with us. So we are also advising our members, while they also take loans, there's also opportunity there's a share part of that loan where we also encourage you, as part of paying your loan, we actually put in place a mechanism where part of that payment goes towards a savings and it actually goes into towards a share account. So at the end of paying off that loan, you will not only pay off your loan, but you will also have savings with the credit unions in the form of shares where you're actually earning dividends.
Now, you told me you had to run. Anything else? We're going to go to a break, but anything else that you want to add before you have to leave?
Yeah, sure. I just want everyone to know there, the credit union is your organization. We're here looking after it on your behalf. You are a member. You are the voice of the credit union, and what you do and say, us as stewards of the credit union, we listen and we follow those instructions. So as part of being good compliance and good stewards of the organization, we encourage our members to actually preach the word of the credit union, because we're all an organization where it's people helping people.
Okay, we're going to take a little commercial break here, but we'll be right back with more from the credit union.
Big news at Cayman Airways. We've added more flights to Miami, and airfares start from just $80 US each way plus taxes. You heard that right. This fare is less than the taxes and fees. Whether you need a day trip or an afternoon flight on a Friday, Cayman Airways has you covered for that Miami trip with fares as low as $80 US each way. Some conditions apply, and these cheap seats are limited, so hurry and book your seats today at CaymanAirways.com. More flights, more trips, more Miami with Cayman Airways.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. Welcome back to our Credit Union show. We're coming to you live from the Credit Union on Huldah Avenue. And the place is buzzing. They're giving away things. They got a little game over here. You spin the wheel and you can win something. But you also have a contest going on social media,
Yes.
right?
We have contests going on social media, and they're contests based on facts about the credit union. So you can go onto IG, you can go onto Facebook, and you can answer the questions and be eligible for a prize. Really, you need to familiarize yourself by going onto the credit union's website if you're not familiar with all of the facts, and you're able to go there and find answers to the questions and participate, because we want we want people to know as much as they need to know about the credit union, not just be a member. And by having that history and understanding their importance as a member, they're able to share that and encourage other members to come on board.
Now, I mean, everybody just says the credit union, and the whole island knows what we're talking about. But this is actually the Cayman Islands Civil Service
This is the Civil Service Association Credit Union.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Do you absolutely have to be a member of the civil service?
You don't have to be a member of civil service. We have what we call a bond, and the bond talks about who our members are, and we've opened up recently for those in the medical field and those in the education sector. So those persons can come and enroll and become a member. And members can also have family members, so that your children can come and become members, or their grandchildren, their parents, and siblings, and they can come and they can have them become members of the credit union. And we also have persons who work in the utilities field, as well as those that are civil servants who need to become members as well.
So they don't have to have a family member necessarily to.
In the group of the bond, meaning those who are civil servants, those who are utility workers, those who are in the medical field, those who are in education. They don't have to have family, but once they're members, they can encourage their family members, their immediate family members, to become members.
So if you're not included in that bond, you would need to have some kind of family connection.
Yes.
If you're not a civil servant.
If you're not a civil servant or in the bond group, yes.
Get to have a family connection.
Yes.
Do a lot of people use that family connection to?
Yes. Because a lot of people want to become members. Why can't I become a member? How do I become a member? And so we opened the bond up last year to ensure that we encourage more members and to grow the size of the.
Hold on one second. Go ahead.
And also to add to what Ms. Deidre is saying is that actually a weird little fact is that a majority of our members are not government employees or core members. They don't work for the utility companies. They don't work for the government. The reason being is, think of it. I work for the credit union. I was able to become a member because I work for the credit union, or let's just say pretend I work for the government. So I work for the government. I opened up my account through the government as being an employee, a civil servant. Now I have 2 children, and I have my husband, and I have my parents, and I have my siblings. So all of those persons, including my nieces and nephews, and now my aunts and uncles and cousins, now all of those people are able to join the credit union just because I have an account with us. So that's why our membership is growing so fast. So we now have, believe it or not, over 20,000 members. And that's because every one member, core member that had an account with us, our amazing members that started this place, the civil servants, they have now family members, and they've grown, and their family now has families that are now becoming members as well. So it's actually quite easier to become a member of the credit union than you realize. You don't have to work for government. You don't have to work for a utility company, nor do you have to work for a statutory authority. You just need to come in or ask a family member, do you have an account, or does Cousin Joe have an account? And then we can join directly through them.
You said over 20,000 members. Do you have any idea how that compares to commercial banks as far as individual customers?
I don't have any clue.
But that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. The credit union.
20%. That's actually more than 20% of the population, because our population's at 80,000.
Right.
I think about 20%, 16,000. We're doing well for a small size. I mean, our asset value is like 684 billion. So we're doing very well.
I would say.
All of this started with 7 people that contributed just $5. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Just $5 each. And this is the type of organization that we've come.
How many of them are still active in the credit union?
Sorry?
How many of those 7? I know some of them have passed on.
Yeah.
But do you still have any of those original 7 that are still active in the credit union?
And we can pick up the phone and we can call them at any time. Some of them, I even have them on my phone, WhatsApp. I mean, they are so engaged. They are so and still dedicated to our credit union. It is amazing. They're an inspiration. They're visionaries. And their dedication has not stopped beyond that $5.
I mean, we have persons like Mr. John, Mr. Lemuel Hurlston, Mr. Colford Scott. You got Mr. Gilbert McLean, Mr. George McCarthy, and Miss Rachel Lee Banks.
And they still participate
Yes.
and offer their knowledge.
Yes. Recently, even at the public level in terms of educating our seniors, Mr. Lemuel Hurlston was at the older persons gala the other day, still offering information about persons and what they can do with their wealth and how to secure themselves. So we still have members, even in their age and long as they've been, still active and pursuing their interests and encouraging others to pursue interests within the credit union.
Now I see outside you have vehicles on display.
Yes.
that you would be able to give loans for those types of vehicles. How much of your business is vehicle loans?
So the credit union actually has the largest share market in vehicle loans. So our rates, and there's a number of different reasons why we do that. One, all of our loans are approved locally and within house. So it is a shorter turnaround time. Also, we offer 100% financing for brand new vehicles. Also, we're the only financial institution in the Cayman Islands that offers an interest rebate, which is a really fun, amazing, it's like a little phenomenon. People don't believe me when I talk about the interest rebate. They think that I'm making it up. What that is that...
You know what? Hold that thought, because that does sound very interesting. And we have to take a break now because it's news time. So we're going to check out the headlines and we'll be back with more from the credit union.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
On Tuesday, the 14th of October, Her Excellency the Governor, Ms. Jane Owen, participated in a firearms training session alongside our Coast Guard members. CI Coast Guard lauded her on social media, saying that her involvement demonstrates her commitment to understanding the operational capabilities and challenges faced by the team, adding that her attendance not only boosted morale, but also reinforced the importance of our leaders staying connected to the realities of frontline service. Senate Democrats are poised for the 10th time today to reject a stopgap spending bill that would reopen the government until they get a guarantee on extending subsidies for health plans offered under the Affordable Health Care Act. The repetition of votes on the funding bill has become a daily drumbeat in the U.S. Congress, underscoring how intractable the situation has become, as it has at times been the only item on the agenda on the Senate floor. House Republicans have left Washington altogether. The standoff has lasted over 2 weeks, leaving hundreds of thousands of federal workers furloughed and even more without a guaranteed payday. Greece said on Thursday it had agreed with Egypt on the future of St. Catherine's Monastery at the foot of Egypt's Mount Sinai, one of the world's oldest sites of Christian worship, whose status has led to a diplomatic spat between the two countries. Athens had expressed concern about plans by Egypt to develop a tourism project around the site, where by biblical tradition Moses received the 10 Commandments. The UNESCO World Heritage Site still houses Greek Orthodox monks. Earlier this year, an Egyptian court ruling ordered the monks to vacate several plots of land and worship facilities that monks have used for centuries on the grounds that they were illegally sequestered. But after negotiations, Greece and Egypt have finalized an out-of-court deal that will be signed by the leadership of the monastery and Egyptian authorities, according to the Greek Prime Minister and diplomats. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
HSA's orthopedic clinic has relocated to the second floor of the Smith Road Medical Center. Our dedicated team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons treat conditions ranging from spine to ankle injuries in adult and pediatric patients. We offer minimally invasive procedures from ligament reconstruction to hip and knee replacement. If you have experienced an injury due to sports or day-to-day activities, call 949-8600 and schedule an appointment with HSA's orthopedic clinic, now located at the Smith Road Medical Center.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands. Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts, MBE, JP. Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts was born at Cotton Tree Bay in Cayman on 15th October 1916 to James Nathaniel Tibbetts and Elsie Huldah Tibbetts, nee Hunter. In 1931, the family moved to Belize, then known as British Honduras, where young Keith worked on boats on the dry dock. However, the family returned to Cayman after 6 months, and that is when he began to build catboats. During the 1932 hurricane, at the age of 16, being a strong swimmer, he was able to save many people. However, his baby brother, only sister, and grandmother unfortunately perished. A week after the island-wide disaster, his uncle Dwight came to the island on his own ship with some relief supplies and brought his brother Ronnie. After assisting with the rebuilding of the family home, resurrecting the family car, and helping other relatives and the community rebuild, he built and sold several catboats before going to Jamaica to seek employment as a seaman. This was part 2 of a special Sister Islands vignette series dedicated to Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts.
I'll be back. I've got 22 more days.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back to Talk Today, and we're coming to you live from the Credit Union right here on Huldah Avenue. And it's a great day down here. Somebody just won a prize over there, spinning the wheel. They got something that they are appreciating. And of course, all the people who have a sweet tooth picking up a 50-year anniversary cupcake over there. And with me here is our Deidre Carmola and Nancy Whitaker, and they've been telling us all about the workings of the credit union. Now, just before we went to the news, you were about to tell us about the refund.
Interest rebate.
Interest rebate. How does that work?
Well, the interest rebate really is your first essential criteria is that you've got to be a good paymaster. And what we do then is reward you for that paymaster attitude.
And that's just paying your loan on time.
That's paying your loan on time, and we give you back a percentage of the interest that you paid on your loan come at the end of the financial year.
No place does that.
No place does that, just the credit union.
Except the credit union.
And we give you a dividend on your shares that you hold as well as the interest rebate. No place does that but the credit union. So the more you save, the more that you can earn in terms of your interest on your loan and your dividend payment come end of the year.
Mr. Ryan, how are you doing? Come on over. Come on over.
We want to talk to you for
Mr. Ryan. All right, he wants to spin the wheel. He wants to win a prize. Go ahead.
So yes, there is so much excitement happening here at the branch. As you just heard, we had one of our members pass by. He just finished talking to one of our amazing team members, and now he is spinning the wheel to see what prize he can win. So yes, so hopefully we can hear from the members. But so here, actually, you know what? Here's another one of our amazing team members coming up. So yes, we'll get a little word
Have a seat.
in.
Let me, Mr. Ryan. We're on the air on Radio Cayman. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you all doing?
We're fine. James Ryan, very well known senior civil servant, just went right to the top. And you're a credit member, credit union member, right?
I am. I've been a credit union member from the 1970s.
What would you say that you like most about what happens here at the credit union as a member?
Being a credit union member, the credit union, all staff from the very top down makes members feel like family. You don't feel like you're only a member, you actually feel like family. You're treated like family, and the feeling is there. And it's a different feeling entirely from dealing with a commercial bank. With all due respect to the commercial banks, they have a place in this country. But the credit union for members, I think, is a wonderful thing. And those gentlemen who had the foresight to start the credit union did this country a great, great service. And and of course, the credit union continues today bigger and brighter than ever.
Mr. Ryan, thank you so much for taking a little time to tell us why you like being a member. Yeah. You have a good day. It was great seeing you.
Great seeing you.
I'm Salmon Gee's daughter.
Yeah, yes. I couldn't place the name, but I knew the face. Yeah, good. Yes, yes, good. Great to see you. Yes, take care.
Take care. We have another member over here. What's your name, sir?
Yes, so my name is Lauren Brown, and I serve the role of a branch officer at the credit union.
Oh, okay. Well, of course, you're a member also.
Yes, yes.
And what do you do as a branch officer?
So, as a branch officer, I support the front line, I'm customer facing, and I help operations in terms of ATMs and fulfilling members' needs when it comes to services.
Tell us a little bit about the services that are offered here.
So at this point right now, we offer CU Convenience, which CU Convenience is our digital service channel, which is intended to assist members with fulfilling transactions without the need to visit the branch.
That sounds great.
Yes.
Now, do a lot of people take advantage of that, or is that something that people are just learning about?
Yeah, so a lot of members do take advantage. It allows them to do check withdrawals without need to visit the branch. They're able to do transfers, make loan principal payments, transactions that are time consuming for members to come and visit the branch to do simple transactions. These services help that process go easier.
So the credit union is really staying in tune with technology and all the developments.
Yes, definitely. We are trying to do and service our members. We ask our members, before it was the waiting lines, and we try our best to accommodate our members, and with through CU Convenience, the ability to do transactions without needing to visit the branch, and it's pretty much bringing credit union to them.
So I would imagine that helps alleviate the lines in here.
Yes, it
and
does.
People who do come in can get much faster service in person.
Yes.
Do you have I know older people sometimes may have some hesitancy about going online to do any kind of transaction. Do you have any kind of education outreach to older people to use online banking?
Well, at this moment, when members do reach out through CU Convenience, we do ask for additional details, especially when debiting their account. We may even call them to verify it, but we try our best to walk them through, especially the older members, to take our time with them. Just to find out what exactly they're asking for the account, to see how best we can help.
Okay. Try that mic again. Say that last part. I think you dropped out there for.
So we try our best to accommodate.
I think the wireless is having problem.
Yeah, so we try our best to accommodate our members by, especially our elderly who are not necessarily technology savvy. We try our best to walk through with them to find out what they're asking for to best fulfill those needs.
All right. Well, thank you so much for giving us a little insight into what you do. And older people are very much a part of this organization as far as membership.
We have a large contingency of, I would say, older persons 50 and up, who are members of the credit union, who use the facilities. We still have a number of our elderly who prefer to come into the credit union because this is where they get to talk to persons and be able to interact and, you know, be able to have that face-to-face connection, which is what they like. Many of them are not as technologically savvy as they need to be, but that in time they will become, and as cell phones develop in terms of the ability to do your online banking, we're encouraging them to be able, younger members, to teach their older counterparts how to use the online systems. And as our colleague just finished describing, the CU convenience and the ability for that to facilitate member requests as well. But we still welcome persons to come into the credit union if that is their preference. We're not going to turn persons away, but we do encourage persons to use the ATM if they have smaller withdrawals that they want to do, so they're not standing for time in the line just to do a withdrawal. But the older persons still are a huge part of the credit union. They're sometimes the first persons to reach out, to do the courses that are offered, to engage, to come to the AGM, and to visit the member services platforms that we have.
Is the credit union set up so as to do transfers very easily from, say, from the credit union to a commercial bank and vice versa?
So first of all, nobody sends their money from the credit union to another institution because we have the best rates possible, whether it's through even our regular savings accounts.
Might need to make a little payment over there or something.
Now, sending money to the credit union, definitely, we have a lot of options to you. So you can either, you can send funds from your retail bank account to the credit union through an online transfer, and that information is readily available on our website, which is creditunion.ky, www.creditunion.ky. And the second option is you can just visit if you have some cash on you and you need to get it into your account, you can then just come and pop by one of our ATM located at the headquarters, where we have a smart machine. And that machine will actually allow you to do a deposit, whether it's through cash or check. And if you're depositing cash, it'll clear right away. So let's just say that you you just did a cash deposit of $100 and you realized as you pulled out of the parking lot, oh my Lord, I forgot I needed to put gas in the car. Now you got to turn around and come back to the credit union. Those funds are available, so you can just withdraw it. So, yeah. Now, for those members, let's just say that you have your account here with the credit union and you're saving with us, but then you want to give somebody, maybe one of your children, grandchildren, a family member, some funds. Once they have an account with the credit union, you can just visit our CU convenience desk, or send an email to them, or just use our website and select the CU convenience option, and you have the opportunity to set up a linked account. So by linking an account, what that will do is it allows the member to send money to another member of the credit union so that they too can benefit from the savings. So you can put in anybody. I have my children, my parents, my husband, family, friends. I have a whole bunch of people set up as a linked. So you can just transfer money to them. But again, going out, no, nobody wants to do that because you're not going to get anything better than us.
But is there a particular reason why you can't do that?
Why you can't?
Make the transfer to a retail bank.
From the credit union to another bank. So if you really insist, you have two options. So electronically, no, you cannot just send it from one bank to another because we are not part of the clearing system. So, but you do have options if you do want to. You can either set up a standing order, which will allow for the funds to come from your account and go to another financial institution or pay your insurance on a monthly basis, bi-weekly, the frequency that you would like. Or you can, through our CU convenience option, you can request for a check and the check will be prepared for you that you would be able to take it to your retail bank. But again, you're not going to get the benefits of your savings. I mean, you worked hard for your money. You need your money to work for you. So put it in your shares account, put it in a fixed deposit, get that higher return on your interest. And if you do need it, please don't withdraw your money. Please don't take it out.
Why is that so important?
Yeah, take it out as a within share loan. So.
Explain the benefit of doing that.
Well, the thing is like when the members started with the $35, it's the whole issue behind the credit union is so that persons pool their monies together and are able to take that money and help other members. Because the motto is members helping members. So when you save and you build that institutional money that we have, we're able then to lend to other members who come in and say, look, I need a loan to buy a piece of land or purchase a car or buy a home. That money comes from members' money that has been saved. We don't have like international money that comes in. It's all members' money. So that's the whole premise behind saving with the credit union, is to be able to lend to other members.
And if you need money to take out some kind of short-term loan or whatever it is that fits your needs.
Yeah, we have different loan options. It's not just for mortgages. There could be an emergency. There could be some monies that you want to pay off, for example, that you have a debt with. We have a loan, what we call a line of credit, that offers you a specific amount. Let's just say $10,000, and that line of credit is there for you to pull. You will pay that back as a monthly payment, but it's there for you to come in when there's perhaps a family emergency, whether that's a sickness-related emergency or, you might have challenges with school fees or whatever. Those are there for that. But otherwise, we have a within share loan where we encourage members to take a borrowing based on the shareholding that they have with the credit union and not move their monies out of the credit union.
I know one thing that I hear a lot these days, especially dealing with retail banks, is getting a hold of someone if you need to talk to someone about something, talk through a problem you're having. How easy is it to communicate with the credit union?
Well, we primarily have our telephone lines, but we do have CU convenience and something called Fresh Desk, which allows calls to be logged and then for them to be returned to our members. So we do have, there are some member complaints about the time that it takes to get answers sometime, and we're real. We are all human, and we are working towards getting that where our responses are a little more timely, but we do get back to our customers on queries that they have, and that's why we set up these different sort of avenues for persons to reach out to the credit union and get back there.
And what about on the front line when somebody comes in here and they've got a query or they've got a problem that they need to talk to someone. How do you handle that here?
So
Next door.
it does depend on the nature, but most of the tellers, if they're not able to provide an answer, they will refer to someone that can speak to them. If the nature of the issue is more than just them, an officer, at that point I will step in and I'll make sure whatever the issue is, whether it's regarding loans or a different department, I can then escalate it to get that member assisted.
Well, who do we have here?
As you can see, all in my CU colors today. I am Izita May Bodden,
The one and only.
the one and only,
How long have you been a member?
from 1993.
1993.
Yeah, so my account number is just in 4 digits.
You don't have to have any trouble remembering it then.
No.
What changes have you seen with the credit union that you are pleased with over the years?
They're growing, and we can say that they're offering more, and you feel a sense of Cayman pride or community pride whenever you come in here to do your transactions. And I appreciate the credit union and all that they do for their customers. And by opening it up to, like the HSA or different things and family members, we're just continuing to grow and grow and grow. And the credit union, to me, is better than the commercial banks.
Why do you say that?
Because you get dividends at the end of the year. I don't get that at a commercial bank.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a rebate on your loan. That's like your Christmas bonus. You have extra money to buy your presents instead of going into your shares and everything. So, to me, the credit union is the way to go.
So you do most of your banking here at credit union?
Yes. A lot of it is done right here.
So just because of the benefits that they offer you?
And the benefits and the staff are all so friendly and easy to deal with. So I'll rather come here, and sometimes if you got to wait in the line for a couple of minutes, you chat to other credit union members who are also shareholders. So I can say I'm a shareholder at the credit union.
And you say that with pride.
Wouldn't you?
Of course. Well, thank you so much for letting us know about how you feel about the credit union.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy your cupcake.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mrs. Idame. Good to have you come in and visit, as usual. Mrs. Idame is a long-term member and always very supportive of the credit union, no matter what we have on, what we're doing. She's always here. So that's the kind of thing that we have with our members. Members want to participate in the events and the functions that the credit union puts on, and these special days of like International Credit Union Day. So we're happy that members come out.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever come down here and the place wasn't busy.
Always busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always busy.
And there is a feeling of camaraderie, I think.
Yes, there is.
Among members.
Amongst members, because we all own the credit union. That's the difference. When you put your money in the credit union, you purchase your shares, you invest in the credit union. You're not just like the regular institutions where you're just a customer. You actually own the credit union. You have a vote come at the annual general meeting where you have your say in terms of things that the credit union may or may not want to do. You have a say in that. You don't have that kind of opportunity with the banks unless you're purchasing shares within those banks, but then there's a different type of ownership,
Talk a little bit about that, how the members can influence the running of the credit union.
Right. So each year at the AGM, we have different, what you call those, resolutions that the credit union will make suggestions and put it out to members and discuss the resolution on things that the credit union may want to do, and members then vote to go with that particular resolution.
Is the board elected by the members?
The board is also elected. Persons can put themselves forward for nomination, and at the annual general meeting, they're then ratified by the membership as to which members that they've accepted as part of the board, part of the supervisory committee, part of the credit committee, because we have members who serve in those capacities.
So at a general meeting, can members, if they have something that concerns them,
they can raise
they can stand up and say, I have something that I want explained, or
we have an online option too where persons
we have a problem to solve.
Right. And we also have the CEO who's very reachable, Ms. Pat Eswick, and she can always step in as necessary, even during the year. You don't have to wait till the AGM, but members do raise issues at the AGM. But we have an opportunity where members don't physically have to be present at the AGM. They can log in online and watch online, and they can raise issues online, and they can participate in the polls online, which raise issues and ask the members' responses.
Can a member, if they have the support of others, can they actually make some kind of motion during that meeting?
Yes, they can raise motions to be discussed and presented. So we encourage them to bring them before the AGM so that they can be brought to all of the members.
No, I know. I get these notices all the time, but I've never been to a general.
Come to AGM is a really good opportunity to meet other members in order to see who else is a member. But we have food, we have refreshments, we have a real enjoyable time. We have persons who come and speak at the AGM. We have testimonials that are given at the AGM.
So, I mean, you have a good representation at the meetings of people?
Oh, yes, we do. And we give out special bags with treats. Each year we do like cassava cakes and different mementos that are put inside the bags that members walk home with as well.
Well, I'll have to come just for that.
This year we've actually done a book from the credit union which tells the credit union story, and we have that on sale as well.
All right, it's 1:30, so we have to take a little break here, but we'll be right back with more at the credit union.
Yes.
Here's a CUC storm tip. During or after a storm, keep away from fallen or low-hanging power lines. Always assume that the power lines are energized. With CUC, you've got the power.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Big news at Cayman Airways. We've added more flights to Miami and airfares start from just $80 US each way plus taxes. You heard that right. This fare is less than the taxes and fees. Whether you need a day trip or an afternoon flight on a Friday, Cayman Airways has you covered for that Miami trip with fares as low as $80 US each way. Some conditions apply and these cheap seats are limited, so hurry and book your seats today at CaymanAirways.com. More flights, more trips, more Miami with Cayman Airways.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Hey, Cayman, this is DJ Lynn. Catch me live weekdays from 7 till 10 a.m. on the Morning Breeze, our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM. We're waking you up with the best adult contemporary hits with the 70s, 80s, 90s, and much more. So start your morning the Cayman way with me, DJ Lynn, on the Morning Breeze.
Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your sister islands.
Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. We're coming to you from the credit union, live and direct, as they would say. And oh boy, this place is alive and kicking down here because we're celebrating International Credit Union Day. They're giving away prizes. You got to spin a wheel and you can win a prize. So even if you don't really have any business to do, come on down, win a prize or something. Have a cupcake. Celebrate the 50 years of the credit union.
So, Charlo, we have a long-standing member here with us, Miss Evans, who used to be my high school teacher. She's just going to say a few words about. She's been a member from the 70s.
So you can tell us a lot of things about the credit union.
I'm a member from the 70s, and I find it very important that anyone should join credit union. Credit union let you save. It is a savior. And I'm so proud of it because my savings are here. And I want to congratulate the people who are in charge of the banking and the workers because they make me feel secure that if I want money, I can come, I have money in the bank. And so today is Credit Union's Day, and it should be a happy day for everyone who joins this bank.
Thank you, Ms. Evans, so much for that.
Thank you. A long-time member.
Yes. I'm a long-time member from the start, the first year.
Do you do all your banking here? Or you?
No.
But this is your preferred place.
Important. It is special.
Right?
I have to need it to take it out.
Yeah.
But I know I am secure.
So that's something that you think that the credit union really inspires in a lot of people, is that discipline to save.
I do not know about other people, but my daughter joins the credit union through me. Right? But I think it's a very good thing, the credit union. I don't have to worry. If I want money now, I can go and get some money. But I think it's good that everyone who can afford it should join credit union.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. That was really special of you to speak for us.
But that is something that the credit union...
And then you check anything at credit union, and I said, I did not remember about it. So I turned back and came.
Thank you for that. We really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for coming. That is something that the credit union really strives to inspire in people, is that discipline to save, right?
Yeah, we encourage our members, and like Ms. Evans said, it just the type of membership that she has and the camaraderie that she feels, she was compelled to come back and ensure that she was part of today.
Yes, and I encourage one of my daughters have bank here too. I encourage her.
Now, Nancy, you were telling us in the break about a boot camp. You have something that like a retreat that you said is almost like a boot camp.
Yes, so actually, when Mrs. Ida May was talking, do you guys know that Mrs. Ida May is actually one of our Carib DE graduates? Now, when we spoke a little bit earlier about the credit union encouraging education, and we sent out an invitation to all of our membership and said, hey, do you want this opportunity to come and become a Carib DE graduate? So Mrs. Ida May was one of our members, and also one of your team members over at Radio Cayman, Mr. Ray Singh as well. He's a Carib DE graduate as well. So they responded, they came out, and it is an intensive 1-week credit union boot camp. So yes, Oh, before we leave, I know Ms. Deirdre, one of our amazing board members, is actually leaving us. She's been gracing us with a lot of information earlier on today. So I just want to, wish Ms. Deirdre a happy Credit Union Day. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. We could not have done what we do without you.
Thank you so much for being here.
I just want to encourage persons, if you haven't had a chance to come down to the credit union, come on down and enjoy what we have to offer. And if you aren't a member, let's help you figure out a way that you can become a member.
So so like I was saying about this whole Credit Union Care DE boot camp. So it's a 1-week intensive course where members and staff members and volunteers have that opportunity.
Where do you go?
So normally it's held throughout the Caribbean. Like, for example, I'm Carib DE5 graduate, and mine took place in St. Lucia. Now, we were fortunate a couple years ago to host the Carib DE training session, and we had 100 students from all over the Caribbean come to the Cayman Islands, and we put them up in a hotel and we locked them up and we did not let them leave. And it was all about credit union education. So we have our members such as Mrs. Zita May. She is such a dedicated, amazing member. She is all for the credit union. She's at all of our events. She participates at our annual general meeting, and she was able to come to this training, and now she looks at everything in a different perspective. She is one of our visionaries, one of our members. She is forward thinking when it comes to the credit union as well. So we want to thank her and also members like Ms. Evans and all of our other members for being such dedicated members. And today, International Credit Union Day, is for you. It's a day to celebrate you as a member.
What kind of things do people go through when they go to this boot camp?
It's very intensive. So pretty much what it does is it removes you from the things that interfere with your daily lives. Yes, you have your cell phone, but you have the TV and the hustle and the bustle and emails coming in and work calls coming in, and it's a reset. It removes all of those bad or those negative thoughts that are in your mind, distractions, and it says, okay, this is what we are here. This is what our credit union globally stands for. This is your purpose. This is what you're here for. And one of the advantages, which I don't think one of our members are actually aware, if you come to our AGM, this is something that we actually raffle off to our members. You too have that opportunity to come and participate. And some years it's in Jamaica, St. Lucia, Trinidad, Barbados. It's all over the place. So you have an opportunity to travel to another country, to meet other credit union professionals, other credit unions.
This is all expense paid.
All expense paid. This is something that our credit union does because we take education seriously, especially education within the whole credit union movement. And one other thing to add, I want our general public to understand how huge the credit union movement is. There are over 411 million credit union members globally. 411 million members. That is a massive organization. So here in the Cayman Islands, when we say we have 20,000 members, considering our population, that is a huge thing. But globally, the credit union is a massive movement.
Yeah, like had been pointed out, your membership is more than 20% of the population.
Exactly, it is. It is.
But I thought I didn't realize that you raffled that off. I thought you selected someone to do this. But if you attend the general AGM, you can actually win this.
Yes.
Just for participating.
And there's so many other opportunities to win prizes as well, because this is our members' meeting. This is an opportunity for them to come, to ask their questions, to vote on important matters such as the board of directors and different committee members as well. So by attending the meetings, yes, we have perks as well, and you will be entered into the raffles. So it literally is, and not just to attend Carib DE. There's also conventions that we have. So the credit union, and we're part of, like I said, a global movement. We are members of the Caribbean Convention, Caribbean Credit Union Council, and what that is basically all of the credit unions in the Caribbean that come together. We share our resources together, we help each other out, and CCCU offers training on an annual basis in the form of a convention where credit unions around the Caribbean get together. It's a celebration. They learn, they have different breakout events. We also offer an opportunity for one of our members to attend the CCCU convention. This year, the convention is going to be held in Barbados, beautiful Barbados. So again, that is a fully expense-paid trip to Barbados to stay in a five-star resort, all meals included, airfare included, and the knowledge, the experiences, and the credit union brothers and sisters that you will gain from that experience. It is something quite amazing and phenomenal.
So I see why the people that we've talked to, you know, like Mr. Ryan was saying, it's more like a credit union family. I mean, it's, you know, you have this bond because you have an influence as to who's going to be running the credit union as far as the board is concerned, right?
Exactly. And another important thing to remember is that our board members, our committee members, they are all volunteers. And these are members just like you and me that choose to give up their time, that are dedicated to the credit union and to the credit union movement. They want something better for our community, for our members. So they give up their time. And sometimes all we give them is a hot meal at the end of the evening. And they are just so grateful just to serve. So members like Ms. Deirdre, Mr. Ryan, that were here before, they have other jobs to do, but they love us. They're dedicated to us, so they're here. So members, this is your opportunity. I know we sent out an email a few months ago where we had an opportunity to nominate one of a credit union member or somebody, even yourself, to volunteer for one of our committees and our board of directors. We also have a whole pile of subcommittees, so if you miss the nomination period, there's still opportunities for you to serve in different ways. So we are members helping members, and this is what the organization is truly about.
But that's fantastic. I wonder how many people actually know that the board is voluntary. You know, because you usually expect board members to get some kind of stipend or something like that. But they're giving their time free.
They get a little stipend, and when I say a little, it's a little stipend. It's not anything much. I mean, it's gas money. But at the end of the day, I mean, really and truly, these are people that are just giving a lot. Compared to what other organizations and other board members receive, they're not receiving anything like that. So these are people that truly love to serve, that love the credit union in general. So yes, so we have an amazing group of volunteers from our credit committee that meet on a weekly basis, our board of directors that we meet monthly, our supervisor committee that meet monthly, and as a matter of fact, sometimes they meet more than monthly. Sometimes they're here on a couple times a week. And on top of that, they're also participating in events such as this, and when we call them up, we can say, hey, can you come today? They're there. Yeah.
Well, we have to take a little break here, but we'll be right back with more from the credit union.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Big news at Cayman Airways. We've added more flights to Miami and airfares start from just $80 US each way plus taxes. You heard that right. This fare is less than the taxes and fees. Whether you need a day trip or an afternoon flight on a Friday, Cayman Airways has you covered for that Miami trip with fares as low as $80 US each way. Some conditions apply and these cheap seats are limited, so hurry and book your seats today at CaymanAirways.com. More flights, more trips, more Miami with Cayman Airways.
Cybercrime happens online or through the technology we use every day. Anyone can be a victim of cybercrime, whether you are a young person being bullied or harassed online, or an older person or business who's been scammed out of money or personal data. Cybercrime is an issue that touches all of us. The Cayman Islands government has therefore created an online resource to help keep you cyber safe in an ever-changing world.
In online situations, it is better to be cyber safe than sorry. Learn now to protect yourself against cybercrime. Visit gov.ky/cybersafe.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we are live at the Credit Union right down here on Hulda Avenue, and I have with me another member of the Credit Union. Your name, sir?
My name is Ricardo Wright.
How long have you been a member?
Well, first of all, it's a privilege and an honor to be part of this wonderful family. And it's a privilege and an honor to be a member of the Credit Union. And I've been a proud member since 2016. And it has been one of my greatest experience to be such a part of a great family, because I call it a family. The Credit Union is like they're in your home. And so the Credit Union has been a light for me and my family. Prior to all the service the Credit Union offer to the outskirt family of the Cayman Island. And so I just want to say thanks to the members and the founders of the Credit Union to be able to have this vision for the Cayman Island and the people of the Cayman Island. And now what it has been offering to us Caymanian has given us the opportunity to invest in our one another, to invest in our own country, and to invest in the future. And one of the things I admire about the Credit Union is how well they take care of their seniors. Whenever you are part of this institution, you realize that, and that is something I take in consideration, that if you want to live long and be healthy, you are going to be treated well as a senior member when you reach a certain age. And so if they can take care of our seniors that way, then there's hope for us young people to be part of this institution and get that same benefit and that same well-rounded, buffeted treatment at the Credit Union offered to us.
And if God spares you to become a senior, I guess this is the place to grow your money so you have some money when you become a senior, right?
Definitely, because the Credit Union offers certain type of services that other institutions like private banks doesn't offer.
Yeah, what would you say how would you compare dealing with commercial banks and dealing with the credit
Well,
union?
every institution have their pros and their cons. And when you're dealing with the private sector, especially if you're dealing with certain banks, they do not have a homegrown base system to know how to see our people, and know how to offer them opportunity. The credit union is a home-based institution that gives you that one-on-one, and it's about improving the life of Caymanians. So they go above and beyond to offer you things that other banks that are private doesn't offer. And for that, it's more than just being a part of an institution where you can save and make money. It's you sitting down in for native Caymanians who are qualified and who come together to create this institution that they can improve the life of their people. One of the things about me, I like the word of God, and the Bible says, he who owns the land owns the wealth. And the credit union is giving Caymanians for decades the opportunity to own their country and own the wealth. And there's no better place to do it than the credit union.
So you just feel that the people here, the staff, the whole institution is more approachable.
Yes.
As a person.
I'm glad you asked me that question, because one of the things that I like to do is to show love and respect to everyone, even the very security that opens the door for you, because they are one of the first person you see. And one of the things I like to do is to top on the reward institution deserve for service, and no one offered that warm, loving service, that open arms, that effective service, that qualified service than the credit union. When you walk in here, you feel like you are going to be understood and served the right way, and give the opportunity to understand what is available and what can be done to improve your life and your family. And the credit union have the most loving and warm staff, and all of them are Caymanians. And it's good to walk into an institution that is Caymanian run. The face, the language, the food, the culture, the tradition, the music, the festive season. We all know that is what shape a nation, the belief system, and no one believes in the people of the Cayman Island more than the credit union and those that preside over the institution.
Well, I'm sure just from what you're saying, you'll be encouraging your children to become members as they grow up.
Of course, my son is part of the credit union. My wife and I are here, and of course, as my daughter reaches a certain age, we will be able to enroll her to be a part of it. And so this is a domino effect for generation. And I must say the credit union is also making strides in putting institutions in different parts of the island to serve our people, especially our seniors who may be traveling from north side and east end. The credit union is looking to put something in that area already, put in that area that can offer people the service that they can be able to reach quicker, and that one department do not overrun by the amount of people that join the credit union, because the credit union is one of the most established union in the Cayman Island as an institution that angle funds and have to deal with the monetary system of the Cayman Island government, and it is one that runs so well. I want to say also the integrity and the character of the credit union has been upheld by the Caymanians for years that found it and continue to run it. And the credit union give you that sense of hope that when we invest in our people, we find qualified, intelligent Caymanian coming from school, leaving different private sector, and coming to be a part of this wonderful establishment to serve the Caymanian people better and to grow the country. And I'm proud to be a part of that.
I can hear you have a lot of trust in the credit union.
Yes, I do. Because trust go with everything, especially when you're dealing with your future and your finance. And nothing breed more trust than someone who knows to angle your finance better, because your finance represents your way of life and the best way of life that you want to live for you and your family.
Do you turn to the credit union to get financial advice?
Financial advice, financial support, and that is very important for me, because sometimes you are not rounded in a field that you have limited understanding about, and the credit union is an institution that offers that type of security, that type of knowledge that you can ease your burden and understand that you're at a safe place and being part of a safe institution.
Well, thank you so much. I can hear you're a very enthusiastic member.
And thank you for having me. And I want to say to Radio Land and the rest of the Cayman Island, please, if you do not join yet, come. And come and be part of this wonderful family. Come and be a part of an institution that keep the eyes of understanding open to serve you and to allow you to grow and to allow you to have a future, especially when you reach retirement, and to pass something down to your the children and grandchildren.
Yes,
so cheers
sir.
to Radio Land, and come and be a part of this wonderful family called the Credit Union.
Now, have you spun the wheel yet and won a prize?
I already spun the wheel and get a little prize, and I'm so happy that I get a wonderful cup.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers.
You take care. And as you can hear, The membership here at the credit union is very enthusiastic. He said that he talked about trust, and that is something that paramount for a financial institution, that the people who are doing business with them have the trust to put their faith in that institution. I think you had one very, very satisfied member there.
Oh gosh, I tell you, in moments like this, it just really, I mean, our members are amazing. Our members are truly amazing. And listening to that member speak, it really gives you hope that the credit, well, not hope, but it just affirms any thoughts that the credit union is the place to be. We are all about our members. We're all about savings. We're all about generations, like what he was saying, the whole domino effect about family. He's a member, his children are a member, his wife is a member. I mean, these are things that are truly touching.
But it must make you feel very good to hear people speak like that. I mean, that's the reward for the hard work that you put in.
Yes, it is. And it's not just the hard work that we put in, it's the hard work that all of our members put in as well, because we are here because of our members. It is members helping members. It's members trusting us and putting their savings with us, and which allows us to lend those funds out to help create dreams and memories for those persons as well. So it's the members trusting in us, and yes, I mean, we're truly grateful for every single one of our members.
Now we have about a minute to go before we go to headlines. For those who have just joined us, tell us about how people can win prizes and so forth on social media.
All right, so this week we are celebrating International Credit Union Week. However, today is the official Credit Union Day. So for those members who are coming to the credit union, make sure you stop by, speak to one of our team members. If you have a transaction to do, this is your time. Once you speak to us, then you will receive a ticket and you have an opportunity to spin a wheel. Now, if you don't have a transaction to do, you still have an opportunity to win. We have so many workshops and competitions going on. Check our social media pages, check your email, register, because you can win cold, hard cash.
Cold, hard cash, folks. Cash is king. Okay, it is 2 o'clock. Let's see what's making headlines.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
The Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing and Infrastructure, or PLAHI, with the Department of Agriculture, has partnered with Miss Universe Cayman Islands, Tahiti Seymour, to raise awareness about the importance of food security across the Cayman Islands. The collaboration forms part of the pageant winners' advocacy campaign Beyond the Crown, Zero Hunger. The Honorable J. Ebanks, Minister for PLAHI, emphasized the critical role of food security in the nation's long-term sustainability, and that the department was proud of the partnership to, quote, inspire more youth and women to see the opportunities in agriculture and to advance our food security goals, end quote. The initiative aligns closely with the Cayman Islands Food and Nutritional Security Policy 2022 to 2036, which seeks to ensure that all Caymanians and residents have access to safe, affordable, and nutritious food while strengthening the resilience of the national food system. According to Reuters, following the death of 34 militants this week, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said today that Islamabad was ready to hold talks with Afghanistan to resolve their conflict. The UN has urged a lasting end to hostilities to protect civilians, while the temporary ceasefire that halted days of fierce fighting between the former allies has largely held. The South Asian neighbors engaged in ground fighting, and Pakistan launched airstrikes across their contested frontier, killing dozens and wounding hundreds before agreeing to a 48-hour truce as of yesterday. Sharif told his cabinet in Islamabad that Pakistan had retaliated as it ran out of patience with Afghanistan following a series of militant attacks. The Vatican's Child Protection Commission accused senior Catholic leaders today of being too slow to help victims of abuse by clergy and implement new safeguarding efforts in an unusually critical internal report on the issue. The new report, only the second by a commission founded over a decade ago, faulted church leaders for not providing information to victims about how their reports of abuse were being handled or whether negligent bishops had been sanctioned. That's the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we are live from the credit union, and there's a whole line of people here trying to spin the wheel to win prizes. There's sunglasses, there's a bag, there's caps, there's notebooks. What are you going for, sir? What do you want to win? How long you been a credit union member?
I've been here since 1988.
Why do you come to the credit union?
Because it's a place where I allow my money to grow. I can gain dividends from my savings and my shares. So the credit union is Cayman, an entity was formed by 7 members at $5 each for a total of 35, and now have grown to over 500 odd members. I'm happy to be a member of the credit union.
Well, you got yourself a nice cap there. You can sport the credit union cap. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How you doing, sir?
As well.
How long have you been a member?
22 years.
22 years. Tell us what you like about doing business with the credit union.
Very easy transactions. Just come in, very friendly people. Everything I've done is just very smooth. I love it. Best interest in everyone. So it's a great place to be.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Right. Enjoy your what do you got? You got a bag.
Okay.
Hi. How are you all doing? How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, thanks.
How long have you been a member? 1979. So you know all about the credit union. What would you say is the best thing about doing business with the credit union?
It allows you to save.
It inspires you to save?
Yes, it does.
So,
touch it or let it.
That's the spirit. All right, so you're going to take a spin and see if you can win yourself a prize there. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
How long have you been a member?
Let me see, about 12 years.
And what do you find the best thing about doing business with a credit union?
Well, you have access to get loans at good interest rates, and it allows you to save,
So it inspires you to save?
Definitely so, definitely so.
All right. Well, go win yourself a prize there. How you doing, ma'am? Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
How long have you been a member?
Since I was in the 80s.
You started out in the 80s?
I started out in the 80s. My sister, I signed up through my sister because her husband was a police officer. and I get membership through my sister. And I have 3 kids now because of me, because of my membership. My 3 children also have membership, and 2 of my grandsons as well.
And why do you stay here? Why do you come and do business with the credit union?
They entitle you to save, and the interest rate is much better than the other banks, and the dividend, you're allowed to get dividends at the end of the year.
Well, thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. Go win a prize. Well, as you heard there, speaking to multiple people, they are certainly enthusiastic about being members of the credit union. And, you know, the one thing that I think everybody that I spoke to over there, they mentioned saving, that the credit union, you know, inspires them to save. It encourages them to save. How you doing, sir? Please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. My name is Sean Garcia, and I am a loan support officer of the credit union.
Could you say that one more time? The noise was so much.
My name is Sean Garcia, and I'm a loan support officer at the credit union.
Well, I guess you're the man that a lot of people want to see.
I know, right?
What is the credit union's loan policy compared to the commercial bank?
Okay, when it comes to our policy, the number one thing that we always ensure to do, as you suggested before, is when it comes to savings. That is always going to be our main focus and our main goals when it comes to assisting our members. Also, in my department that I do as a loan support officer, what stands out differently from other financial institutions when it comes to the credit union, we do our own documents in-house. So when it comes to our charges and our transfer of lands, we work alongside with register with lands, so we prepare our own documents. So I think that's a pretty good deal of what we offer.
So whereas a retail institution would be farming that out to a law firm,
correct,
who's going to add on their charges,
yeah, that's correct,
which the customer is going to pay.
Yes.
You don't have that charge.
No. And when it comes to getting a car loan, a land loan, or any other facilities that we offer, we have one of the best fees when it comes to that. So we don't really charge fees. It's just the government fees that members mostly pay.
Do you do any kind of say education or give advice to people who are trying to take out a loan?
My advice to people who is trying to get a loan is save. When you come in, the first start is getting an account. Once you have an account, you can always come back based on your savings pattern. You can always get a car loan from us, build that up to get a mortgage, a land loan. When we give property or we give loans, we don't just give you a loan to give you a loan. We also offer financial counseling where we sit with you and we will guide you in any way. So that's where our share to contribution comes in, where we sit with the members and tell them, okay, this is what you have a car loan. We want you to save $50 towards that. So every month that your loan pays out, there's a separate $50 that goes towards your share to contribution. So whenever that car loan is paid off, the funds that's accumulated in that account, that funds belongs to you.
So they're saving while paying off the loan.
That's correct. I know the institution, I think, do that, right?
Not that I know of. So you structure the loan payment.
Correct.
That say the $50.
Correct.
Is it just included into that?
Repeat that again for me.
So that you structured the loan payment, the monthly payment.
Right.
To include that little extra.
So what happened is, based on the facility the member has, they pay up to 5% of whatever the loan amount is. So they will get 5% of the loan payment. So if you have a loan for $5,000 per se, and say for instance your loan payment is $150, so you save up to 5% of that, $50 or up to 5% of that.
What other kind of criteria do you have as far for a loan?
Criteria that we would have is basically maintaining an account with us. If you have accounts elsewhere, we do accept that you bring your statements, your job letter, which is important because we need to see how your salary comes in. And if you have any other facilities or you want to do a debt consolidation, we offer that as well.
Do you have to be a member for a certain amount of time?
Yes, sir. Yes.
How long do you have to be a member?
Is it 6 months? Up to 6 months, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's quite reasonable.
There you go. So once a member comes and they open an account with us and they maintain the account and they want to, like I had a member today that she wants to in the future get a land loan, and she was like, what's the first thing? What's my first step? So we were able to introduce her to open an account, and once she opens the account, she can build her savings up and she can always come back for us for a land loan. And she was like, okay, so when I get my land loan, am I able to come back to you guys to build on it? And we're like, yeah, these are the customers that we're looking for to help to make dreams come true.
So tell us a little bit about things that you, we know cars and land and so forth. Do you make other types of loans?
We do line of credit, which is like a credit card. So when a member comes in and they apply for a line of credit, sometimes the word itself is powerful, so they'll be like, a line of credit, what is that? So like we like to sort of break it down to say it's like a credit card where you can get a limit up to $15,000 once you're qualified. And what you would do on that line of credit, you will pay back a 2.5% of whatever the outstanding balance is on that every month. We also offer within share loans as well. Is once you have shares with us, you can borrow within your share.
I know a lot of people complain about how tough it is to get, say, a loan for a house from a commercial bank. How does the credit union compare?
How it is, I would say the credit union compares that, again, go back to our fees, because we have one of the lowest fees, I would say, on island. We work with our members, and again, I have to introduce where we do our own in-house closing. So other banks may use lawyers to do their stuff, where everything we do in-house. And fees is always our selling point to let our members know that we have one of the lowest fees.
So that makes a big difference.
That's correct. Yeah, that's what we always use as our selling point. And like we said, we also offer financial counseling for our members to let them know that, okay, you come in and you get a mortgage. What about if you want to get also a line of credit to buy furniture for the property if it doesn't come? So that's where they'll introduce as well.
So, and as we mentioned, when you approve a loan, you're also encouraging the person to save along at the same time.
That's correct. So what we do is once the member comes in, which is where me and my department comes in as a disbursement officer, right? We sit with the member, we explain them to the steps, all the documents and everything work, and we let them know about their Share 2 contribution. So we said, okay, this is what your monthly payment is, and this is what will be going towards your Share 2 contribution each month. So we're helping them and assisting them to save each month.
All right. Well, thank you so much for giving us some insight into the loan policy.
Thank you so much, and have a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
You take care.
Appreciate it. Bye.
We have to take our final break, but we'll be right back.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
When you choose Cineco Motor Insurance, you're not just getting coverage. You're joining a community that cares about protecting you and your loved ones. Why Cineco? Personalized coverage tailored to your needs. 24/7 claim service, always just a call away. And peace of mind with CARE roadside assistance for flat tires to towing, anytime, anywhere in Cayman. Ready for a quote? Visit Cineco.ky. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Get down, get up, oh, oh, when you get down, get up, hey, hey. This man for Africa.
Opening up on that right side, it caught the deflection on its way. .31 minutes, but 0-0. Here's the corner kick.
It's the world's game. It's Cayman's game.
On his right over the top.
We live, breathe, and dream football. We are CFA.
Now they're looking to surge into the 5th round.
Cayman Islands Football Association. Freedom, Cayman Rack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
The Fall Labor Force Survey and Quality of Life Survey is currently being conducted by the Economics and Statistics Office. The Labor Force Survey seeks to collect data on employed and unemployed persons who are not in the labor force. The Quality of Life Survey seeks to gather information on life satisfaction, sense of well-being, financial security, economic outlook, social inclusion, sense of belonging to the local community, and perceived health. Trained interviewers with ID cards will visit randomly selected households. For more details, please call the ESO hotline 516-3329.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we're live at the Credit Union, and we're coming down to the home stretch here. And Nancy, you have a very special person that you brought over here.
Yes, Cayman, you are surely in for a treat. We have the one and only. Let me get into who this amazing person is beside me. She is my supermodel. She has served the Cayman Islands in a financial sense by providing dreams and making dreams a reality for pretty much everybody. If there's a household in Cayman, this lovely lady has touched this home in some way. So I have our past chairperson of our credit committee. We have Miss Christine here. So Miss Christine, I'm going to pass the mic over to you.
Thank you.
You were mentioning to me earlier that you spent years in the retail banking and then came over here to give your expertise.
Yes, Chalo, I did 40 years in banking. I did 8 years in commercial banking. And that is where I had the opportunity of serving our people.
What makes the credit union so special? You have a direct comparison to the retail world?
The credit union is the people's lending and savings organization. It's friendly. It's the services are much easier to obtain than going into a commercial bank. It's too much red tape when you go into the commercial bank. Credit union has made that, and not that it's easy, but it's more friendlier than the commercial bank to even borrow against your own money. And one thing with the credit union, it encourages you to save. I mean, you have shares and you have savings, and then you also get some interest rebate from the loans that you have, which is different from the bank. I'd like to put a buzz in here for last year. The dividend was 3.5%, and the banks didn't pay any like 0.0 something percent, which is nothing really compared to what. So I'll break that down. For every 100,000 that you had with credit union last year, you got 3,500 CI. You can't beat that.
Okay, you're not going to find that in the retail world.
You won't find that in the retail world. Don't care how they thrive, because we are the shareholders in credit union. They're different shareholders in retail banking, so it doesn't really go to the people.
Now, you mentioned that the service is much more friendly. The red tape is not as much as in a commercial bank setting. But people shouldn't confuse that with, the credit union is easy to get a loan. You still have to qualify.
You still have the policies and you still have to qualify. And they can lead you in the right direction. You know, what you must do for what you can't do. Sell off your car loan for you to get the mortgage, those type of things.
Yeah, that's what the loan officer was just explaining, where, when a person comes in to apply, they might need some advice, some guidance and things, and the credit union is there to give you that guidance.
Yes, they do.
Is that different again from what you experience in the retail banking?
Well, with my experience in the commercial, I did the same thing over there, and that's why I got so much clients. I mean, I had people, I say, come, do this in 6 months and come back to me. And they did it, and they got their loan, they got their house. Credit union is doing the same thing. I came here with my experience. I brought it here and, you know, passed it on. And now I'm not on the committee, but they're still doing the things that would make life easier for our people to get their own home.
How many different areas did you serve in credit union?
I serve, well, I'm now on the Community Membership and Education Committee. And then I was on the Credit Committee and eventually became chairman before I did my number of years.
How long were you chairman?
I was chairman for 1 year and something months before the election.
So, yeah, so the chairmanship rotates? I mean, or, well, not rotates, but it can change every year, but according to the membership?
Well, no members can stay on for while they're in that committee. But if they leave, then you have to pick a new chairman.
Over the years, what has struck you most about the development of the credit union?
Development?
I mean, I know it started in a very humble little building.
The staff that they hire, they look for good staff with good experience. And kudos goes out to Ms. Corinne Glasgow, who was the CEO before. She did a very good job. But Patricia Eswick came here with loads of experience, and she has changed the credit union to what it is today. And I although she's my niece, she doesn't like to talk about herself, but she has as a Caymanian, she is really qualified, and she has guided the credit union along with the directors to where we are today.
I mean, when you look at this institution, it stands up very well against any commercial institution out there in Georgetown.
Exactly. It's the people's. I mean, we have most of all the services, but Caymanians, the seniors, they like to come and draw their money and they talk with people, you know. I mean, but we have the facilities for them.
That you mentioned seniors. Now that is something very interesting about this place, the way they take care of seniors.
Yes, the credit union does a great job in I'm a senior too, and I can tell you.
So am I.
I got the best service when I come in.
But I mean, the whole saving culture is, you know, implanted from the time people become a member.
Yes.
And the saving is something important as we get older.
Exactly. And members always, their children join, and that savings idea, they go on to them, and then they come and be members, and then they join their children, be members. So it's savings with the credit union will always go on.
What would you say to people, a young person, why they should become a member?
Young people should become a member of the credit union, because not only to save, but credit union does things that help young people. We're now in the planning where we're going to look at a certain age group and try to develop them, encourage them. Some when they come back from college or before they go to college. So the banks really don't do that. Credit union is always trying to develop our people. They go into the schools, you know.
Well, I noticed a lot of the members that I've spoke to, the word family pops up.
Very important.
They say they feel like they're part of a family.
It is.
Rather than just a customer.
Yes. No, we're not customers. We're family. And we're members, and we own. We have shares. We have savings. We have loans.
And that's the really big difference from how I see things, that the people who are saving their money here have a say about what happens.
That's right. When it comes to the meeting, which is coming up in November, we do have our say. We listen. sometimes we're, we ask questions, and but credit union directors and the CEO, they're really leading us in the right direction. And that's why we're growing. And that's why we as members are benefiting, because it's those who makes the decisions, and it mostly Caymanians, and let me tell you, they do the right thing.
I imagine, and Nancy, you might be able to answer this question better, that there are people who this is where they do all their banking.
That's right. Even myself, me as an example, I only have my funds here at the credit union. I save with the credit union. I have my mortgage with the credit union, my line of credit with the credit union. I'm not trying to give out all my personal business here, but at the same time, I trust the direction this organization is going. I trust the leadership of the credit union, from the board of directors to our executive committee to the staff members who are conducting my transactions. So it is a personal choice, but the credit union is where I choose to do all my savings and my borrowing from.
One of that gentleman that I was talking to, he spoke about trust. You want to bring someone over? But he was talking about how he trusted the credit union. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
And who do we have here?
Pardon?
Who do we have here?
My name is Uche Obi, and I'm fortunate to serve as the chair of the credit committee of the credit union.
What would you say to people coming and thinking about joining, why it is a good thing to be a member of the credit union?
You can't go wrong with the credit committee, credit union. The credit union serves its members, and we always make it possible for people to get loans for their mortgages, for their homes, for when they send their kids away, for home improvement, for anything. We always find a way to work with members. Most of our members are core members, so they work for government. So for us, the risk is low because we take the deduction straight from their salaries.
So that makes it much easier than with a retail bank?
Yes, it is. Because even before you get your salary, we take any deduction for any loans you have with us.
Okay. So is that a requirement?
Yes,
that there must be a direct deposit here?
Yes, it is. If you have a loan with us, that's what happens. And some civil servants, what they even do is, even though they don't have a loan with us, they make an automatic deduction from their salaries into the credit union. So it makes them save. So let's say I get paid $3,000. I send $1,000 to credit union, and I know I have $2,000 to work with. We always encourage people to save, because guess what? If you save with us, you get money back through the dividends. No other bank does that. I heard Ms. Christine talk about the dividends.
Well, that's an important thing, because
yes, it's very, very important.
I mean, what you're getting in a retail what you're getting in a retail bank is
we look after our members.
It's a little bit more than air,
yes,
right?
Yes, that's correct. That's very correct. Yes.
Well, it's 2:30. We're out of time here. Top today has to move out, but thank you all for joining me here and telling us about the credit union and the importance of people becoming members and all the benefits.
And we thank Radio Cayman, which is #1, and always support the credit union.
Yeah, that is correct. I was driving and I heard you interview Ms. Christine on the radio, and I said I must come because Radio Cayman supports what we do. Right. It's very, very important. We publicize and we promote what we do for Radio Cayman.
Well, it's our pleasure to help you promote the whole movement here.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for Talk Today. Thanks for joining us. We've been coming to you live from the Credit Union. I'm Charles Glidden. Have a good afternoon.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
You are listening